What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my own review of Love and Hip Hop Miami. So we left things off with Zoe telling Shay the news about Bianca being allegedly pregnant by Fabo. She immediately runs back to the house, calls him, confronts him about the news, telling him, "Why is Zoe's sister telling me that she's pregnant by you?" Obviously, he's saying it's not true, it's not true. His accent comes out very thick. The girl never met me a day in her life. And it's just a lot of, her questioning him. Like, how could she say she's pregnant by you? Girl, how do you think? He's for the streets. How else a girl gonna get pregnant? What you mean? But of course, it's all of the other conversations about Fable telling Bianca that the relationship isn't real, it's for the show. Like all of these things, right? Now, he revealed that it was just a conversation. That's all it was. But how did the conversation start? It started when when he wanted to reach out to her for her to do his hair. But that's not what was revealed last week. Last week, Bianca laid down the actual introduction. You were on a viral clip with Shay's mother. She commented under the clip. You reached out in the DM. So I don't remember anything about she doing your hair. We didn't see those conversations being revealed. But this was around the time that they were going through a break last year. And she knows he's been in the streets and it's not a third. But of course, Shay just hopes that nothing that he did while they weren't together comes back into the fold when they did get back together. But at the end of the day, Shay, you keep telling yourself, like, if there's something else, I'm going to find out. I'm not gonna stay in this relationship. I'm done. It's over for real, for real. You keep telling yourself that because you just said it yourself. You're now trying to rebuild trust with this man. Act on it, but whatever, Shay. All I gotta say is, girl, whatever, whatever. You ain't gonna do nothing. You keep on threatening to leave this man. You threatening to be done with him. You ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna move on. So we got Angela. She's enjoying the beach. It's all good vibes. Enjoying some fruit, getting some massage. And Derek, he is enjoying being back in Miami. He's reminiscing on his time here, how he started his career with his very good friends, and he met up with his friends. It's been about 10 years, and this is how he reflects on how he got started. He hosted parties, so they figured, how about we do a welcome back to Miami party just to get you back into the swing of things, being back in Miami. So Angela's pretty much, talking about co-parenting with her children's fathers and getting some feedback that her son is doing well. And even though that they will be out, she said, I'm fine with y'all being out, but she has been working very hard to make sure she is in the proper environment during her sobriety. Because in Angela's experience, people who drink, people change who they become when they drink. And she does want to make sure that her peace does not be disturbed, which I have understand. I have a very deep understanding of that. I really do. So we're gonna move on from there. Amara, she has a new gig. She just landed as being one of the hosts for a Spanish version of The View. Very good. Congratulations to Amara. All different types of Latinos from different countries, all different experiences, but they're all women. Just using their voice, okay? I appreciate that. Of Amara, we're seeing her navigate what this platform can be used for. Then, as they wrap up an episode, we see Marlon in the audience. Why is Marlon at taping? Why is he here? So when she walks up to him, she realized he gave her flowers and a cake that he baked. First of all, you came with flowers and a cake that you baked. For real? You went and bought all the ingredients and bought a box and made a cake? I don't know if I trust it. Is it really something that he made, or did he go to the Stater Brothers and grab one of the nearest pastries that was already wrapped and ready to go? Is it real? Is all of this real? Okay, like Marlon is putting out all the stops to showcase all of these sweet gestures to Amada, but he's also mad that Amara revealed that he was flirting with her. That got him in trouble with Flo. And it's like, Marlon, everything you've done to ruin your relationship with Flo has been your doing, okay? But as far as convincing Flo that you're trying to work things out because you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing at the home. You're taking the kids to school, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're doing all the handiwork around the house. I mean, what else are you supposed to do? You are their father and you got to earn your keep because you're living there for free. So, Amara talks about the conversation she had with Flo and Eliza. Long story short, her and Eliza were able to squash their issues. It was Flo who wanted to let it be about something else. And Marlon revealed that, yeah, Flo said you attacked her. No, I didn't attack her. She threw a drink on me and I retaliated. I'm not about to lie about this. And hell, we saw it on camera. Flo threw the drink first. She got popped. Point blank, period. Um, so she's asking Marlon, aren't you divorced? Isn't your divorce finalized? Again, like I said, it's not finalized. He's been trying to make things better, but I feel like that's what irritates me about their storyline because Flo was the one who initiated the divorce the first season she was there, but dragged her feet. Then she got with Claudia, still dragged her feet. Marlon dragging his feet. At the end of the day, y'all got an arrangement. That's what I believe, okay? So he's willing to move things along, trying to keep things good. But Amara said, you ain't got to force it, okay? And he wanted to know what's going on in her love life. She said, I'm just about my career and my children. That's all I'm focusing on. And she tells him she does real estate investments. She buys homes, she flips homes, and she just bought her new home that is a real fixer-upper and needs some repairs. He offers his services because that's all he's been doing in his household. And she said, okay, I might got some pipes you can lay. Now, at first, I felt like, Amara, what are you doing? And I already got my answer. She is initiating help from Marlon as a way to get back at Flo, but her home does need some repair. So she could kill two birds with one stone. Piss off Flo and get some work done in her home. Moving on from there, we got Eliza. Eliza's now getting ready to see her daughter, Shamaya, after she just delivered her grandbaby. She had her premature. She's been in the NICU. And Eliza, she still has not moved on from being mad at her daughter for one, getting involved with a guy that she shouldn't get involved with, and also getting pregnant. But I don't know. She's been accepting these mistakes and have been moving on, but there's still some tension between the two of them. So when she walks in, she just said, how you been doing? How you been feeling? And yeah, how is my granddaughter? She said she's doing great. You know, she's gaining weight. And she said, well, let me know when you go see her so I can make arrangements because I still haven't made time to see her. Eliza, now I'm just going to say this already. You had already revealed to the public that you have seen your grandbaby, but why do you allow for either the show to reveal your actual feelings or they play on your top and edit in a way where you have not been present in your grandbaby's life? Let me know, because you already admitted that you have seen her. You've proven all the receipts and everything. I just need to know. So her daughter tells her that I wish you could have been more supportive when I was pregnant, because then, you know, she mentions the baby shower, right? And okay, usually baby showers only occur when you have reached the 8th month, 7th month mark, which is the truth. Nobody expected for you to deliver her early, and you had her prematurely. But the way that Eliza just dismisses her daughter's feelings of wanting her to be present more, because Eliza has already said that she was not involved in her daughter's life when she was young. While she had her young, she had to work a lot to provide a life for her. And I feel like I hear you that. But Eliza, at what age did you become completely financially stable to be present in your daughter's life? Because if your daughter has to keep on reminding you that there were times you weren't there for her, and you figured now that she's an adult, you now have the money and the means to just give her what she wanted before, it's not going to take away all those times you weren't there. It's not, okay? And when it comes down to her not being able to give her a baby shower, she said, okay, how about a push party? How about that? Can I make it up to you by giving you a push party? She said, okay, I can be okay with that. Because I do think that Eliza needs to stop lashing out her frustrations of where her daughter has made her decisions, because your daughter is young. Okay, she is liable to make mistakes, but you punishing her because you wanted more for her. I felt like if you wanted more for her, you would have been present for her to give her those opportunities. You mad about her decisions because she didn't have anything else to, you know, look forward to. You didn't show her anything else. So you're going to have to eliminate that and also take accountability that you did mess up, okay? But again, moving on. So we get Snoop. Snoop be so with Hot Topic to discuss the conversation he had with Swerve, and a lot of things applied to his suspicions. Swerve never really revealed anything about where he was from, where he worked, what is his intentions. He didn't do any of that, okay? So the fact that he has never wanted to be in music before, him having an opportunity, now he's invested in doing music, it could be him showing his opportunist ways of now getting involved in more music because Trina gave him that opportunity. And also revealing that he and Trina got married. Now, Hot Topic gave like a wow, really? Even her confessional, she had to look it up to find out if it was true. And yes, it was true. But now Snoop had this information. He wants to still respect his sister's wish about wanting to keep it private. So he's not going to push. He's just going to let it rock, okay? And if once it is revealed of their marriage and also Swerve's intentions and it could hurt his sister, that's when he's going to come in and step in and help her. But Hot Topic, she on some other shit, okay? She's definitely in her feelings to disregard Trina's respect and wishes, to let it be revealed, because she's just upset that Trina hasn't been available to her. And in my mind, I'm like, what is your storyline this season, Hot Topic? What do you plan on doing? Because if your sole purpose is to just expose the fact that Trina is married, and also Trina could have been married to an opportunist, a man who has abandoned his child because apparently he has a child that he doesn't know that's out there. Like, what is your purpose? And I will not be upset if Trina cusses you out. I will not, okay? But again, moving on from there, we got Amara. She's headed to the hospital to check in on Trey. Nobody else has been able to see him. And he woke up, his son was hurting. He had a very specific type of pain that affected his intestines. There was a blockage. So when they figured out what was wrong, they had to do emergency surgery. But wondering where has everybody have been? Nobody have come to check on him. He said, I cut a lot of people out of my life. You know, he mentioned Trina and Joy, how he's frustrated with them. And he mentions, you know, what happened when they was to perform in front of a live orchestra. Trina was late. She didn't care. She didn't show up prepared. He got mad at Joy. He said that was the worst that I've ever cussed her out. Like, that might have been the worst I've ever been to her in all these years. So he pretty much, you know, was just had pent up frustration and was stressing out, and it put him in the hospital. Amara knows how stress can really take a toll on you because she, you know, talk about Safari. You know, how the timing wasn't right for her and Safari to make the relationship official, for them to get married. But even Trick told Safari, she's not right for you. And so, Amara, you weren't right for Safari because you're too good for Safari. You know what you want, and Safari was not going to be able to give it to you. So he also gives her words of encouragement of, don't make the same mistake that I did. Look at me, I'm in the hospital by myself because of the way that I treated people, the way that I have cut ties with people. Don't make the same mistake that I did. And while Amara has dealt with untrustworthy people, she understands that I'd rather be alone than have bad company, but you might want to do some self-reflection so that you don't push a lot of people away from you. So we are moving on there. It's the night of Derek's welcome back party, and he's very happy to get back into the swing of things, get back into Miami. Trina and Swerve arrive, and she has been getting calls all day about the news of her marriage, and so that she did not want the news of her marriage to be revealed in this way. Well, Trina, I don't think how the news of your marriage wouldn't have gotten revealed. You are a public figure, you're a celebrity. People are going to discover news about you and expose it. Okay, she wanted to make sure the time was right so that way she can just enjoy the moment. But now that she has to now talk to her family about why did she get married. But I want to know how she gonna feel when she figured out it was Hot Topic who obviously led the charge to revealing the information. But Angela is talking to Trina about getting back into some music. You know, she's not gonna do that hard rock life, you know, that money life. She's gonna want to do some soft girl era music, some nice sultry songs. I don't remember if I've listened to any of Angela's songs before. I don't think I remember her ever being an artist. But anyway. Oh, turns out Derek made a song with Trina called No Receipt, and it was a banger, and very appreciative of how Derek was able to perform in a professional manner to give Trina what she wanted. So Bobby comes in and he's feeling some type of way about finding out that Trina is married, even though they haven't been close, but he figured, I'm your first cousin. I should be able to hear this about you. If this was important enough for you, I should be in the know. But I also think that it's really none of your business, though. I mean, like, that's her life. That's who she decided to marry. If y'all weren't around, weren't included, y'all really can't get mad at that. Just support from afar, okay? And Like just the fact that everybody is really like bothered with how unavailable Trina has been. It's like, did y'all not expect for her to find anybody? Did y'all not expect for her to be happy? But maybe it was a way that she just removed herself from everybody. Maybe the way she distanced herself. Maybe she just wanted it to see if she could really be in this relationship without hearing y'all opinions and, question. Like, she really wanted us to be in the moment. Could be that. But Bobby's at the bar having a mocktail. Bobby has been cutting back on the alcohol. He realized the amount of alcohol he was consuming and it wasn't agreeing with his body. And he has more clarity now that he isn't consumed with alcohol. Good, good. I appreciate you taking a step back with consuming so much alcohol. Have you discovered to remove the fillers in your face? I'm just happy. Angela is enjoying her 2 years of being sober. And she also talks about Bobby, the whole thing about them being married, and Bobby just wants to go in and just starts questioning her about it. Like, I miss you, I haven't seen you. Congrats on the wedding, even though I wasn't there. She was like, no, don't go there being petty. Just say congrats and let's have lunch. Let's talk. Bobby did exactly what Angela told him to do. He did add a little shady comment. Trina instantly cut him off. As soon as she said hi to him, and he said hi to her, she said, you never said hi to my husband. Trina, I get the respect factor of you being recognized as a wife, but they need to talk to you first. But at the same time, Trina just cut Bobby off as soon as he spoke about the marriage, okay? And Trina, I have family members who are abrasive like this. I have family members who cut you off like this before you get a word out. And it's like, Trina, cut it out. You ain't gotta be so rude to everybody. You ain't gotta be so quick to just cut people off and be so blunt. Like, stop it. Like, he really is in his feelings, and I can understand that, but I can't really blame her. And y'all really shouldn't even blame her. Blame Swerve. Okay, he was one who spilled the beans to Snoop, but Snoop wasn't gonna pressure it. He wasn't gonna push it. He was gonna let her enjoy this moment. Like, at the end of the day, take that energy to Hot Topic, okay? And also to Trina, like I said earlier. But okay, that was end of that scene. Moving on. Now we got Amara again. She is stuck at her job. She just left the taping. She get a phone call from her mom that one of her twins in the hospital. She's frantic, right? Because this is a telenovela scene, okay? It is completely a soap opera dramatic scene. She raced to get to the hospital, but her car wouldn't start. In my mind, why wasn't AAA called, and why didn't you order an Uber? If you didn't have no one else to call and you needed to go to the hospital that bad, why wasn't that something to do? But no, she decided to call Marlon because Marlon was already heading over to her house to do some work, and he's in the area and he already knows where her studio is, so he could just pop up and help her conveniently. So he comes in, helps her with her car, grabs one of those battery starter cables. Instantly, conveniently, magically, her car can start. Now, at first, she wanted to, take on this opportunity to piss Flo off by messing around with Marlon, but now she feels bad. Girl, you don't feel bad. I don't care. But then Marlon and Amara, they tend to have a heart-to-heart conversation about feeling helpless and having to do so much for other people, and it's just a lot riding on them. I know Amara deals with a lot, okay? But the way that she just cried and feeling stressed out, and it's like, girl, you are just too beautiful to be swindled by this man, okay? And Marlon's putting on the charm of how he don't feel appreciated, he don't feel recognized, and blah, blah, blah. Because she reflects on seeing Trick at the hospital about how he didn't have anybody there, he was alone, and she did not want that to be her life. Okay, Amara, I appreciate that. You're looking at how Trick has pretty much carried the rest of his life to be where he's at. Yeah, don't make the same mistake as him. But reflect on the fact that you might want to treat people a little bit better. Okay? But at the end of the day, if she is going to see what that dick do with Marlon, just be protected, okay? Just be safe, okay? Do not fall in love. No strings attached. No nothing, Amara. Please. Now we're going to move on from there. Eliza has her daughter's push party on the most horrible weather in Miami. It's pouring, it's rain, it's flooding. And she pulls up, gives her daughter a brand new Honda CVS, a Honda SUV. And she realized that her bitterness of what her daughter has done at a young age has been keeping her away from actually rebuilding the relationship. And when she walks in, the party looks amazing. Miami Tip comes in. Her and Eliza have mended their relationship. They have moved past their conflicts, because of how Tip was trying to son Eliza over how good her son has been doing versus Eliza's daughter. But, just trying to, like, fight my battles wisely. Okay. And her assistant came in and put it out there that Eliza hasn't even seen her baby in the NICU. But she bought a car and thought that everything was going to be up and dandy. But, Eliza's tired of the blame. Like, she's tired of hearing it's all my fault, it's all my fault, it's all my fault. But when you are the parent, you do take on brunt of the responsibility. Okay? Now, while hearing, you know, Eliza talk about how I know what I did wrong, I know what I did this, I know I shouldn't have done this. She's like, I can appreciate that, you're trying to hold yourself accountable, that your daughter has felt that you haven't been there. And yes, you're mad over for her having an unwanted pregnancy. But at the end of the day, you gotta, like, not believe that this is gonna be ended and cleared up because you bought her a car, you bought some gifts, you bought this and that. Your presence is still important as a mother. Okay? You cannot buy your way out of it. But Tip is trying to be mindful about not engaging in those conversations again because she doesn't want to go left. And it feels like, sometimes Eliza isn't really listening to her daughter's feelings. It's not just the money, okay? It's the time, it's the attention. So Amara, Zoe, and Estelita come to support her. They mentioned the conversation they had with Flo. It went left. And Zoe, also mentioned when she went to Flo's grand opening, she ran into Shay. Because apparently, Fabo allegedly might have gotten my sister Bianca pregnant. So I wanted to let Shay know, and we're about to have a sit down to discuss what could be true, what could not be true. And they all were like, okay, if you're going to have a conversation with Shay, just make sure that your sister is not there for the conversation because Shay likes to throw things. It is so crazy how everybody knows how Shay gets down. She likes to throw things, and that is a fact. That's so crazy. So, the party has been going on for about a couple hours now, and Shamaya still hasn't shown up. She wasn't answering her mother's calls, but the assistant has been able to get a hold of her, and she sent a message that she's not coming. The assistant has his own confessional, and he reads off that Shamaya isn't coming because she's not about to appear on camera to make her mom look good, to be this great mom when she hasn't been a great mom, so I'm not showing up. Yeah, that's awkward. I wish that Shamaya would have still came to receive the gifts, but I can understand her reasoning of not coming. I'm not finna do this to make you look good because I feel like you've been trying to make me feel good, which I can definitely understand. And when she heard the news that Shemaya's not coming, Eliza spazzes out. Okay, she talks about how much money she spent on the party, how much she spent on the car, and it's like, I ain't got time for this. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And Amara was like, girl, what's going on? No, 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 don't do this. Don't do this. So she runs after her. And when Tip comes out and she's like, okay, let's talk, okay? Now, do you believe that there's a reason why your daughter isn't here? No, but I'm tired of taking accountability. Okay, but you got mad at her for the pregnancy. You got mad at her about the boyfriend. And her talking to you about how you weren't there as much. She said, but we gotten past that. I thought we moved forward from it. Maybe you have gotten over it, but maybe Shamaya has. Maybe it's not going to take a party, a new car, some gifts. Maybe those things are not just going to erase all those years that you weren't present. Like, it could help soften it, but unless there's real conversation and real action being made of you really want to be there for your daughter, you really want to have a better relationship, she's not just going to accept these things, okay? But, of course, didn't want to hear it from Tip. And she's like, fuck you, fuck her, I'm done, I'm gone, goodbye. I'm not going to keep on taking accountability. I'm not going to always be taking the blame for it. But it's like, this is the issue that we have. I just feel like while Shamaya does have a right to hold her issues over the fact that her mom wasn't as present as she could have been, I do think she said it in more ways than one that Eliza has not been there. And the fact that you claim you haven't been there for your grandbaby, even though you prove receipts of that, you might want to be careful about the way this show is depicting you. But I feel like, why even come on the show to parade that you're about to enter a new relationship with your mother if you're not even going to try? But I think it's to promote the fact that I'm not going to fake the funk. I'm not going to fake it like it's real when it's not real. That could be a factor. But, whew, let's see how that works out. Now we end things off with Zoe. Zoe is at a photo shoot for her upcoming album release. Everything's going well, even though her and her boyfriend are still not on the same page. Shay and Fabo come. But due to the alleged pregnancy that Bianca might have, she was set up in another place and they were able to do a FaceTime call. Now, when Bianca gets on FaceTime, Fable instantly goes off defending his character, defending the situation that we've never met a day in our life, and it's only been a conversation. And she's like, okay, Bianca admits we've never met face to face, but we were talking. We were having FaceTime messages. We were talking about a relationship. But of course, Shay just hears she's not pregnant. No, no, no. Once Shay didn't hear that they met in person, she got mad all over again. Okay, because she's like, this bitch is lying. This bitch is lying. Da 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 da. First of all, Shay, you're getting way too mad because I feel like you were waiting to be this upset, but you feel like you're being a bit vindicated that Bianca did lie about meeting up with him. And of course, I'm like, Bianca, what are we doing here? Bianca, it's given that you wanted to have this type of moment, that you could have been Fable's mystery woman, you could have been Fable's other woman, and you claim that you have receipts of pretending to be a relationship, even though you reviewed the messages, but you've never met this man in person. So I felt like your desperate attempt to be seen fell flat. But at the same time, Zoe was also checking Shay, even though they'd never met in person, he still was trying to talk to my sister. So I don't think that Shay could feel like her relationship is clear, like her relationship hasn't been threatened, because the man was still reaching out to another woman and texting her, okay, on some type of I want to get to know you vibes. But the more that Shay was just cussing and cussing and cussing, I'm like, why are you cussing at a screen? You can't get to her. And with all the disrespectful names she was calling Zoe's sister, she said, first of all, you can talk to me like that. You're not gonna touch my sister. You can come at me though. I got that. I can get that. Now I don't know why Shay was avoiding, not trying to go toe to toe with Zoe. I don't get it. Probably because what? You could probably get your ass beat by Zoe. I don't know. But the way that you just having all this venom towards a woman you can't even reach is crazy to me. And again, I appreciated, Zoe for defending herself and defending her sister, even though in the confessional, she said, I'm pissed as hell as my sister. My sister put me in a situation and lied to me. Yeah, I'm definitely pissed at her, but I'm definitely pissed off at Shay, thinking that she can go off on the mouth and call my sister all types of names as if I'm not going to say nothing. That's what's not going to happen. And, that was pretty much the end of it. And in the next episode, finding out about Bianca is the least of Shay's problems. She gonna find a whole iPad full of messages that Fable had been contacting other women. So it's like, girl, you still looked at dumb at the end of the day. And then you're gonna go run into your mama, wanting some comfort and support, but I feel like it's not even gonna last long. You're gonna be right back with Fable again. So while this was a dumb decision that Bianca did for her desperate attempt to be, liked or seen or noticed, it just wasn't cool. And I'm really happy that Zoe is going to question her in the next episode. But y'all, that's it. That's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.